Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We've had power hour and we did 2 subtraction Kahoots, just subtracting within 20. And I saved the reports and I printed it out so I could kind of see where kids are falling in the spectrum of getting them right and not getting them right, so we can kind of focus instruction a little more. We're going to definitely do reading groups today. Yesterday was a little weird because we were finishing up our BAT book, so I was kind of helping them with that, and it kind of spilled over. I was doing my phonics testing. I need to test a high student and a low student so I can get my data ready for Friday's PLC meeting. So I got my high student tested. Today I need to test my low student, and I can compile the data and get that ready for the meeting on Friday. Our field trip is tomorrow, and I need to get the shirts out and number them with their class number. Ha! So there's always something to do. I also made a blurt chart today because I did start teacher versus student, and I got 9 during math yesterday in just 30 minutes. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday, but I did. I got 9 and they got 1. So they didn't do so hot. They did better than before though, so I do see progress. But today I'm going to add on and mark who is doing the interrupting. So I have their student numbers on a grid, and you can probably see it. It's got the pink and purple little magnets on the board there. The top one with the green magnets is the teacher versus student chart, and the bottom one is the blurt chart with the numbers. And I'll show you a close-up of that. I just made a table in PowerPoint. It's nothing fancy at all. So I can mark who is doing the blurting, and they will lose minutes off Friday Fun Club because they have got to toe the line. I may start carrying that around with me and marking down in the hallway as well because they've got to stop talking in the hallway too. But today we're going to focus on the math time and see how that works. Our character trait for November is self-control, so I'm really pushing that. I'm like, if you're talking, is that showing self-control? It is not if that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So control your urge to talk when it's supposed to be learning time, please. So we're really pushing that. Today, the instructional coach is going to come in during my reading group time and kind of see what the kids are doing. And so she can see all the little fires that I'm trying to put out and kind of brainstorm with me some ways to get them to work more independently and be more focused and productive during their time so that I can actually teach reading groups consistently because I hate how it's going. I hate it. So today we're doing it, and I'm also going to test that one student. We're going to start learning about turkeys today. So we're going to be reading Turkey and Runt, and that's the Rooted in Reading book for the first week of November. And what else we're doing? We're doing more double-digit addition with making a 10 to add, kind of moving around the 1s and 10s to group them together to make it easier. They don't do traditional standard algorithm with their regrouping right now. I did teach the Power Hour group last time, that strategy, and some of them got it, and a lot of them were kind of like, okay, if you say so. So they didn't quite understand what I was doing, but that's okay. They were exposed to it. What else are we doing? I don't know. I actually ate my breakfast burrito completely. It's not sitting on my desk anymore. Yay, and it was almost semi-warm when I ate it. So that's always good. My husband is going on a business trip for the next 3 days, so he will be gone tonight, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and come home Friday night. So that's kind of stinky. Hopefully I can see him before he leaves. He's supposed to check in at a hotel at like 9 o'clock tonight, and it's like a 3-hour drive. So we'll see. See if he gets to swing home and say goodbye. Otherwise, I might just have to chat with him on the phone. I will show you my outfit. This is new. It is very similar to a jumpsuit that I already have. It was navy with flowers on it. You might recognize it had this color flowers in it. And I thought it's a little chilly today, so I thought I'd wear something over it. So this came from Walmart. It was on clearance. Like, it wasn't very expensive, so yay. These are from, I want to say Cato or Maurice's. I can't remember which. Not really sure. I've had them for a while. This is from Walmart. I didn't wear any bracelets. I don't know why, but I guess I have enough stuff on. I have boots from Maurice's, and this is from Walmart. It was on clearance, and this is from Walmart on clearance. So you never know what you're going to find. Let me back up so you can see the whole deal. And then I have just a little bit of time before I need to go get my kiddos. So I need to make sure I've got my reading group stuff in order. But I can also look at it during lunch. Okay, let me back up so you can see the whole thing. So I just felt like being a little fancier today, I guess. Let me show you my boots. They have a little bit of a heel on them. Let me show you the back of my sweater because it has kind of a cool cutout design. Oh, that's kind of, it's 3/4 sleeve, and which I have short arms, so it's a little longer than that on me, and it kind of drapes in the front like a waterfall. Anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. And it's a pretty color, I think. Okay, I don't have a lot of makeup on today because I was really tired and I just could not get myself moving today. My hair is very, very flat because it's been rainy here. So That's just the way it is. Here is my blurt chart and my student versus teacher. We're keeping a running tally until Friday. Of course, tomorrow they don't have to worry about it because they have the field trip and they can talk however much they want, unless they're supposed to be listening to the guide. I've started a secret word. I saw that on Michelle Ferray's latest vlog, Pocket Full of Primary, on Sunday. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that because class, they just ignore. So I'm going to start using that. Oh, and my little learning target thing keeps sliding. Maybe it needs another magnet. But we have been told that people are going to be coming in checking our learning targets. So, goodness gracious, it won't stick. There we go. There's my alarm to go get my kiddos. So anyway, yes, learning targets. We learned about them on our PD day Monday when I wasn't actually, sorry, I didn't actually go to it, but I did do the training at home. Everything they watched, I was sent, so I did it at home, so I was ahead of things, or at least with them. I did it at home so I could stay on track with the rest of the group, so I knew what I had missed. And yeah, so yesterday, one of the district instructional coaches, like that goes to all the schools, came in and was asking my students questions when they were doing their BAT thing, their BAT book. And I'm like, okay. So she's trying to figure out what standard we were working on because I didn't have it posted. Well, you know what I mean? There's a lot to do. So I have my little learning target sign. I have other ones too because it came in a little 3-pack. This was a freebie on Teachers Pay Teachers. I will try to remember to link it below. And it was editable. So there's one that's already made up that has the different, like it says, science learning target, math learning target, whatever. It has all the things on it. And then there's an editable file that comes with it. And I just put learning target because I wanted it to be generic because I'm going to change it for every lesson. So I'm going to try to get myself in the habit of writing it at the beginning of each lesson. And then I can just change it as I change lessons. Okay. It is time to go get my kids. They're in PE, so I'm going to swing by the restroom on the way to PE and go grab them and come back and do I Ready reading. And then we're going to do lesson 2 in chapter 4, Go Math for Double Digit Addition. And that is use compensation to develop flexible thinking for 2-digit addition. I will tell you what that means later because I've looked at it and I'm like, okay, sure. Yesterday we were breaking apart ones to make more tens. So, yeah. We will see what that entails today. So I'll check back in with you later. Hello, it's lunchtime. I just got my kids deposited in the cafeteria. And now I'm heating up my lunch that I never got to finish yesterday, which is the Hawaiian chicken. So that's heating in my microwave. And I'm just looking at my board here. I'm going to show you what we did right before we went to lunch. So we read Turk and Runt for our Rooted in Reading lesson, and we're working on inferences. So there's my learning target. I can make inferences, and we talked about what an inference is. There's my blurt chart. Had a few problems. So that's going to be some minutes off Friday Fun Club, and there's my scoreboard. I have 16 and they have 5. So it's getting a little better. We talked about the main characters in the story and then secondary or other characters. We talked about the problem. We talked about some vocabulary. We talked about what schema means, just a reminder from last year because we talked about it last year too. And then I was answering some of the comprehension questions. So they were giving me reasons why they thought no one listened to Runt. So those are 2 of the reasons that they thought that no one listened to him, even though he was right. I was very proud of my students. I thought they did a very good job. They did much better listening because I had the threat of losing minutes of fun time. Unfortunately, that has to be the way it is because they just won't do it any other way. I hate that, but what are you going to do? They have to listen so we can learn. Okay, I'm going to let my lunch cool just a little bit before I eat. And our math lesson, basically, when it was saying use compensation, that was just another lesson on making tens to add, basically. Except yesterday was a double-digit number and a single-digit number. And today's lesson was 2 double-digit numbers. So we took one of the double-digit numbers and made it a straight tens. So if it was 49, we changed it to 50 by taking a 1 from the other number and moving it over. And I had a few friends from yesterday that had trouble with that lesson where it was a 2-digit and a 1-digit. And so I took them to the table back here, the small group table. See it back there? And I used these little guys and some cute little erasers. I had some little candies and some pumpkins that they could use. And we just acted it out with our eraser so they could see it. We were drawing it with models, but they weren't getting it that way, so they needed to physically manipulate the ones and move them around to see it. I wouldn't say they totally got it, but they got it more. So we're just going to keep plugging along with that strategy for them. I think it was a group of 3 girls. I think the girls got a kick out of being able to use the cute little erasers because they hadn't seen those before. I had those ready for a game that we never got to. So it's kind of special because no one else got to use those erasers. This afternoon, we will be... What are we doing? Oh, I had to redo my lesson plans because I've changed stuff around and I just can't remember my changes if I don't just redo it. So this afternoon we will be reading a nonfiction book called Turkey Talk that was written by Amy Lemons and Katie King, part of the Rooted in Reading. And then we're going to be making a turkey flip book all about turkeys. And this will probably take a few days. I'm going to have them put the book together first, and then we'll go through it and do all of the stuff that goes with it. We will also be comparing and contrasting the fiction book with the non-fiction book. And when they're done with their turkey flip book, yeah, they can have a little turkey to be a topper on it, so they get to decorate it. But there's no big hurry since it's just the beginning of November, so I don't feel very rushed. For the most part, we got done with the BAT book yesterday. There were just a few students that didn't get finished because they had to go to reading, so they lost 30 minutes of work time because they went to reading. So they'll get to finish today, which will be good. And then this is the little game that came in our chapter 4. I thought this was really cool. The games in the 2nd grade Go Math are kind of cool, actually. These are kind of games that I would do. So it's kind of like a roll and cover. And they get that. So I just need to get some manipulatives. Probably little erasers because I didn't get to use them all. They'll probably really enjoy that. They love anything that's novelty like that. I also wanted to show you these little, I don't know what you call them, foldable books from, I want to say Learning in Wonderland made these. There's a whole set of reading comprehension books. This one is Who Are the Characters? It's Cause and Effect, which is something we're working on in 2nd quarter. What was your favorite part of the story? So I think we can use this with the Turk and Runt book because in the book, the gist of it is that Turk is the biggest turkey. He's the son of the mom and dad. Runt is the little brother, the runt of the litter, of course, so he's not as big. And visitors are coming to the farm. It's Wishbone Farm. They're coming to the farm to pick out a turkey. And the mom thinks, oh, he's going to be this famous dancer. And they're going to pick out the best turkey to be the dancer, the star of the show in Swan Lake. And the dad thinks that there's going to be someone coming to pick a turkey to be the football player, the most valuable football player. And Runt keeps saying, they're going to eat him, basically. I mean, that's the gist. You know, they're coming to the farm to pick out a fabulous turkey for a Thanksgiving dinner. But the mom and dad think he's going to be this famous dancer or football player. So people come to the farm, and through the story, Runt saves his brother by first kind of acting crazy and chasing one of them off. Then another one, he acted very sick, and he chased the other one off. And the other one, he just literally chased the person off to save his brother's life. And then at the end, they hid so that they would not be Christmas dinner either. So I'm thinking this would be a good story for cause and effect. So what did they do? Why did they do it? So I think we may use this one for that. I also have, these are just example ones. I'll have to print some for the kids. This is kind of like a KWL chart. And there actually is one that has a KWL. This is what do you already know about the topic? What is one fact you learned? And what is one fact that surprised you? So we'll probably do this one to go along with our turkey book today. And then the other one I have is who are the characters, what is the problem, what is the solution, and what will happen next. So we'll have to choose a book where we don't read the ending until they've had a chance to predict what they think will happen. I thought I might use these in reading groups because then I can have a small group around me and I can kind of guide them more. When it's whole group, something like this is a little difficult to manage. So I'll be printing some of those lovely things. And it's time to get them from lunch already. My goodness, time flies. But I have recess time so I can finish eating my food, or start eating my food, as it were. And we will be studying the Hopi tribe as part of our Native American unit. That's part of our social studies standards for 2nd grade, is learning about the customs and artifacts and regions of Native Americans. So all of us are going to take one tribe, and I think we're going to do like a living museum where the students will get to go from class to class and kind of see what's going on. So that should be really cool. I just need to get more information because I've never done one, but my team teacher across the hall here has done it before for her project-based learning. I almost said an acronym, PBL, but I didn't want to say that in case you didn't know what that was. But a PBL is project-based learning for our UOI, which is unit of instruction. So we've got acronyms coming out our eyeballs. But anyway, that's what we're hoping we can do for that. And it'll be a grade level team thing, and we'll get it whipped out all together on one day. So that'll be nice. So I just need to get some extra info. So far today I've done really well telling my students their learning targets for each subject, which it's only been reading and math, but that's what I've done, so that's what we're doing. All right, I'm going to go get my kiddos and take them off to recess, and I'll come back and eat my lunch and get some things ready for the afternoon because I'll have reading groups and a little bit of social studies / science because we'll be learning about turkeys, and then it'll be time to go. So I'll see you later. Good afternoon. It is 4:30 and I'm still here because Caitlin is away at a state contest until like 9 o'clock, and my husband's still at work, and he's going on a business trip, and I don't know if he'll be able to come home before he leaves for that, so that's up in the air. I was just getting my small group guided reading plans ready for the rest of this week and next week, and I was checking their AR percentages, and some of them had some really bad comprehension scores. So I was looking at the books that they read so we can go over those. And I'm just getting stuff around so I can leave. But before I go, I need to label the inside of the field trip shirts. Aren't these pretty? Such a pretty color. So I have the list of the kids and the sizes. I've already checked to make sure I've got the right number of each size shirt. Now I need to go through and put their student number on the tag here, so I can put them in their cubbies and get out of here. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to head home, probably get into my pajamas and snuggle up with my kitties after I feed them all and just relax until I have some company. So I will say goodbye for today, and I'll let you know how tomorrow goes on the field trip. See you then.
Did you take a scout? Oh, instead you took a video.
Yeah. We can get more of it.
Fish eye! Oh, let's go see them. Ooh, did he just find them?
Cute. Yeah. Did you see a squirrel? Cool.
I see a bird.
It's pretty out there, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, people are getting a little wild, aren't they? Well, did you want to go see it?
I was going to show you. This is a fake rock.
It is a fake rock.
You don't tell by the noise. Nature property.
Yeah, believe nature at nature.
What am I saying? Guess what? Last year I found a comet.
You did?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Paper said it. Stop.
So, fur. Say it with me. Fur. Live birth. Milk. Warm-blooded. And if you're a bat, you have big ears. Give us a start round of applause.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. I had to think about it. We got back from our field trip yesterday, and I was kind of like, ugh. So it went really well. I'll go into more detail later because I don't have a lot of time to talk right now. I have a meeting today that lasts 2 hours of my day, and so it goes through lunch and recess, which is when I normally pop back in. So I thought I'd talk to you before school starts today, show you my outfit, and then maybe I can check in with you during my plan time a little bit and let you know what we've done and what we're going to do. So I have just a couple minutes. Let me show you what I'm wearing. I've got this headband from Amazon. I've got this ring that's a chameleon ring with the snap-in pieces. These earrings are from Old Navy. Bracelets are from Cato, I believe. I have this plaid shirt from Maurice's, this tank from Walmart, black leggings from Walmart, and black boots from Maurice's. So let me back up so you can see the whole thing. All right, I will check back in with you later and let you know what's going on today. Hi, my kids are at art right now, and I was just getting some things around for my substitute. I got all the papers back there, right there. All organized, got sticky notes with the times and a little blurb of what they're supposed to do, but really the kids are going to be in here for about 20 minutes. Then they go to lunch, then they go to recess, and they come back in for about 30 minutes, so it's not a lot to have to deal with. So I've got some like subtraction, color by code things, and I have a Veterans Day book for them to work on. So they'll be working on that when I come back. We are going to be studying Native Americans, and I think I mentioned this, each grade, not each grade level, each teacher in the second grade is going to take a different tribe and kind of make a living museum out of it. So our classrooms will be kind of like places to walk through and see all you can see about that tribe. And we have the Hopi tribe of the Southwest. So I have this brochure thing that came in this packet that I got, and then the information about Hopis from the packet. And then I found a Kachina doll thing from, is it DLTK or DTLKkids.com? I'll try to find it and link it below for you. It's just free printables. So they had a color version, they had a black and white version. My kids will do this one so they can customize it to the way they want it to be. But you cut the pieces out, and then I'm attach it to a toilet paper tube. So I have a bajillion toilet paper tubes stashed away at home for just this type of thing. So they will each get to make their own Kachina doll, which will be really cool. They'll look similar, but not exactly the same since they're going to color theirs however they want. So it's going to be really neat. I need to make this one so they can see an example of it. We also got our flags for the assembly on Monday, because during Grand Old Flag, I think, they wave their flags to the songs. I think I filmed the assembly last year. I may not film it this year just because it's kind of hard to see what the students are doing and film what they're doing and not show their faces and all that. So I may not film it because it's going to be the same thing as last year. Same songs, different kids. Well, actually, same kids. They're just now in second grade instead of first grade. So it's really going to be the same thing all over again. But it's really neat. So I will try to link that video from last year below so you can see what we did last year, because it'll be, like I said, the same thing. All right. One of my team teachers let me borrow her book about Hopi. I was going to order my own from Amazon, but it wouldn't get here in time. So I'll just use hers. It's got all kinds of information in it. I mean, it's full. Look at, can't see that. Look how full it is with information. Plus, I've looked on Pinterest. I've looked for things on Amazon. You know I have. And there's a lot out there. So I think I'm going to find all kinds of neat stuff. All right, I'm going to eat my breakfast burrito because I have about 20 minutes or so before I need to go get my students. And I need to get some things done because I will not have lunchtime to do anything, and I will not have my recess time to do anything because we have a literacy meeting. And we're going to be talking about small group reading. And I guess we're supposed to bring our guided reading lesson plans for 1 to 2 weeks, which it's in my plan books, no big deal. I have my own little, you know, like those Target dollar spot plan books you can get over the summer. I got one of those for math and one of those for reading. With math just kind of hasn't been used at all because it just changes day to day. And my reading one I've been using though. So I've got it all planned out. I already had it done before they told us they needed to see it. I'm like, oh great, I'm done. But they also want to see kind of like anecdotal records on the kids, which I don't really have. I mean, it's all up here. I mean, I could jot a few things down about each group. So we'll see. I do have like what skill we're working on, what book we're going to read, and the sequence of how we're doing it. And also if the book has an AR quiz, I've put the number of that into my plans so that I can tell the kids when they're finished reading it, we'll read it again and then they can take a quiz if they'd like so they can get some more points. Yeah, but that's what I'm doing today. And then this afternoon, I still have car duty. I have car duty all through November, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of nice to get outside. It's a little sunny and a little cold, so you just bring a jacket and you bring your sunglasses and you're fine. Yep. And then I get out of the building for, you know, 10, 15 minutes, and then I go back in and finish off my day, getting things put away, and go home. I'm not going to stay late today. I've decided I'm not going to. For one thing, we need to get another estimate on the damage to our car when Caitlin was hit trying to leave by McDonald's a few weeks back. We have one estimate that my husband got where he works, and I need to get one from in the town that we live in. And then we can send those two bids into the insurance company and they can choose what they're going to do. So unfortunately, since we don't have super new cars, they probably will say they want to total our car, because if the value of your car is less than the repair that it will take to fix it, they will just total your car and give you just a lump sum of money. So we may just end up doing that. I don't know. I think it used to be, I always thought if a car was totaled, that meant that it was just beyond repair. Now it means it costs more to repair it than it would be to replace that particular car because it's not new enough. So anyway, we may end up basically like buying back our car from the insurance company and fixing it with the money they give us. So either way, we're going to get it fixed. That said, I'm going to eat my burrito and get back to work. And I will try to check back in with you after car duty because I don't have any more breaks after this. But if not, I will say goodbye here and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Friday. So yesterday I told you I had a meeting, so I didn't have very much time to get on the camera at all. Then after school, I was super busy and had to get out of here because we needed to go get an estimate on the damage to our car from when that person hit Caitlin when she was driving past McDonald's turning. So we got that all taken care of, and then it was super cold last night and it snowed. So I will insert some footage here so you can see all the snow that we got. Babies. Oh, hi. Hi, babies. Oh. Wasn't that pretty? So I took the video last night as it was coming down. And then this morning I took the pictures. No snow day, of course, because, you know, it was too warm for it to stick. Really, the roads are clear. There's snow in the grass. There's snow on our car that's in the driveway. It's really pretty, and it's the very wet, sticky snow. So it's kind of neat. But anyway, it's just really super cold. So I made sure to bring my heavy coat because I have car rider duty. When you're out there, it's really cold, so I brought gloves too. So let me show you my outfit. My shirt, apparently my hairspray like dripped on it. I thought, oh, I've got water spots. And I felt them. I'm like, those aren't wet. Because my shirt looked fine before. And then I did my hair and I looked down. I'm like, So my hairspray left little globs on my shirt. So when I got here, I just turned my tank top around. So it looks kind of weird because you can kind of see where the tag is imprinted on the inside of it a little bit. But I think it's better than having those globs of whatever. It makes it look like there are grease stains or something. Anyway, so I've got this little tank top on here from Walmart. I've got a sweater from Maurice's that has a really cool, like lacy kind of background on it in the back. And then I've got some leggings from Walmart, some boots from Target. These rings are from Maurice's, I believe, and this bracelet is from Maurice's, and this necklace is from Maurice's, and the earrings are from Maurice's, and the headband is from Amazon. So let me back up so you can see what I've got on. Then I'm going to go eat my breakfast and get some things done because Fridays are like boop, bap, boop, we're done. So after the kids come back from music and the reward party, because if you had missed 2 days or less, you got to go to the attendance reward today, and that was Bounce House and Imagination Playground, which are gigantic foam blocks that they can build things with in the gym. Really cool. I only had 3 that had to go to music instead because they didn't have enough attendance days to go to the reward. And then 3 are absent today. Very strange. I don't know if they just didn't go because it was snowing outside. Or not snowing, but snowy. Who knows? I hope they're not sick. Everybody was here yesterday, so I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me back up so you can see what I've got on, and I'm going to get back to work, and hopefully I can jump back on and let you know what we've been doing. We're going to do keyboarding today. Our internet completely went out yesterday, like our server thing crashed or something. So the school had no internet after like 10 o'clock or something. It was bad. So that was fun. But we do have limited access today. Like we can't stream anything, so no YouTube, no like Discovery Education, no like Pandora, nothing like that. No Netflix, which I don't use that anyway. But thankfully I don't have any bus riders because that would have been a nightmare. That you got to keep those little critters occupied until it's time to go to the bus. Anyway, I have car rider duty, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, show you my outfit, get back to work, check back with you later. Let me show you my leggings and my boots. I have a zigzaggy pattern on my leggings. These are just from Walmart last year. And here are my boots. I've worn these before. They're just like the kind of the matte instead of the suede-like look. These came from Target.com. Okay, I'm going to go eat my breakfast and get things checked off my to-do list. I was able to get my other kids screened on the phonics screener before they went to specials and things this morning at 8:15. Yay me. I did it right after the pledge, so I'd have time to do it because I have to score it. We need a higher student and a lower student, and we need to bring that data to our PLC meeting when we're going to meet with the whole school today. So I got that done. I'm so happy. That's a load off my mind. Okay, back to the normal things. I will try to check back in with you later. Oh my goodness. Today has been a whirlwind. We are trying to get so many things done, and it's just crazy. So they finally got to write in their nothing books. They got to do Friday Fun Club. They got to do Prodigy. And we did Type to Learn finally because I was able to get everyone logged in eventually on the MacBooks. What else did we do? We did our attendance reward. And we're making a giant flag for Veterans Day to put on the wall outside in our hallway. So every student got a piece of the flag. So you can imagine there are 24 pieces. I did 2 of them, and then I had a couple of friends color another 2 because 2 friends were gone. So this is what some of it looks like. This friend almost got finished. She just needs to color just a little bit of the blue and then cut it out. And then you see how they're coded? There's a grid. So I wrote those on the back of each piece, because I'm like, I'm not cutting out 24 pieces. So each of them has a grid name on the back. And I'm going to lay it out and then tape the back of it. And then I can take it to the hallway and put it up somehow today before I leave. I also had them all bring me their pencil pouches so I can get started on that. And I have the book order forms ready to assemble into packets and staple so they can pack them and take them home. I also have the newsletter that's up there, ready to be put in the cubbies. It's just a lot to do. I need to change out the listening station and a million other little things. So happy Friday! We have leftover Thanksgiving lunch, so I am heating some up in the microwave right now. I think it's probably about ready. I don't want it to be too bad. Okay, I got some turkey, some mashed potatoes, a little bit of stuffing, and some gravy. And I also got some pumpkin pie. So that should be tasty if I get a chance to eat it. I may just end up putting the pumpkin pie in the fridge and eating it sometime after school. I don't know. I don't want to stay today. My husband's coming back from his business trip today, which, I mean, he probably won't be home before I am anyway. But I'm exhausted. This has been a very long, trying week. And the kids have been wackadoo because of the weather, because it snowed last night. And you know how that goes. They get a little wild. So I'm trying to tame the beast of the wildness. But whew, I even had one friend say, can I get headphones because it's too loud for me to read? And I said, yes. And then I said, class, our friend over here asked if he could have headphones because it's too loud for him to read. What can we do about that? And they're like, be quieter. I'm like, please try harder. They're just out of control and it's not working. So I'm going to be really cracking the whip. They're going to have to really toe the line. They owed minutes today for Friday Fun Club, and some of them really were disappointed. And I said, I'm sure you'll do better next time. I'm sure you will. So I'm going to eat and get some things done, and I'll try to catch back up with you later. I'd love to show you the flag when I get it assembled because it should be really cool. Hello. So I never got a chance to get back on the camera because the day was just really crazy, and we had a meeting right after school. I was able to get the flag put together and put on the wall, but I didn't have a chance to film it, so I'll be sure to do that on Monday because it'll still be there. Hopefully it stays up. I have my corn bag heated because it's really cold down here, and I am so tired, and I'm ready to have some pizza. So we're going to have pizza and watch something on TV, and then probably go to bed because we're really tired from the week. I will talk to you next time. Hope you had a great week.